Hello, everybody. Yes, so I'm Louise Laughlin, and today I'm going to be talking to you about building trust in digital products. So a wee bit about me. I'm a UX designer at Rapid7. Been there for nearly 4 years now, which is crazy, and time is a myth. I was also co-organizer of Belfast JS for a number of years there, just until last year. And also I'm an illustrator and graphic designer. I've been doing that for 10 odd years, and probably have seen some of my most recent stuff either on merch or on stands today. Um, okay, so the meat and potatoes. Why is user trust important? So essentially, trust is a psychological state that reflects users' belief in the reliability and integrity of your product. It's a long-term construct built through consistent positive behaviors towards customers over an extended period of interaction. So it's not just one and done. It's not just a one-stop shop. It's something that you need to continually earn and work at. And it's also essential to keep your customers loyal and satisfied. Okay, so how do we get there? Number one, provide clarity. So we, as humans, when we are all interacting with each other, we all appreciate clear communication. So keep users informed with feedback throughout your product and straightforward human language. Also ensure navigation is unambiguous, which means basically don't call it funky things, and provide users with clear paths towards their goals. Second part of this as well is education and support. So I think education, user education kind of goes overlooked sometimes. But what I'll say is that it's very integral to building that customer trust, because good product documentation, a dedicated even support team, customer forums, ways to educate your users about what you do and the services that you provide through your products can make your users feel more confident while using them, but also it makes you look good. It's an opportunity for you to demonstrate your expertise and your domain knowledge. Plus, is then as well, users then feel like an advocate for your product, can educate others in doing so, and also that's really important for them. So, for example, just some tangible examples of how this can look in the real world. Breadcrumbs, simple as that. You can utilize breadcrumbs and simple namings, structures, and conventions to aid with product navigation and let users know how to get back to where they started. As well, on the feedback piece, just keep messaging clear and also give feedback for even if users have succeeded in your product. Also, make sure as well to always give actions to remediate issues should they arise where possible, just throughout. So then, moving on, this kind of second part of this, the 3 C's, is consistency. So that means cohesion. Use a cohesive design language. This is why your UXers probably are on at you when you do staged environments about font weights and colours and padding and all that kind of nitty-gritty stuff. Because essentially a consistent platform and a cohesive platform makes you look good and shows that you know what you're doing, shows professionalism, and it also builds credibility. As well as that, familiarity. So it's using repurposing patterns, which closely links to the cohesion piece. Using familiar patterns, recognizable layouts, icons, colors, just to reassure users and make them feel familiar as they're navigating your product, going, oh yeah, I know that. And then that kind of instills a bit more safety within them. For example, utilize design systems. There's plenty of them out there, and yeah, all different ranges, all different needs are met there. For example, there's Google Material, IBM Carbon, Shopify, Polaris. Very easy way to build that consistency throughout your products. Then I would say as well, for the more familiarity piece, if you're using third parties, ensure that you make use their logos and their most up-to-date brand styling. This is kind of more important when you're dealing with like sensitive information, such as passwords, payments and stuff, like lest we forget the old TransLink app, which had about 50 different fonts every time you tried to buy a bus ticket. But yeah, that's sus. So yeah, Keep it nice and consistent. Your users won't think you're dodgy. And last but not least, by far, is instill confidence. So this is done by setting expectations or meeting expectations. All users, us ourselves as users, have preconceived ideas of how we're going to use or carry out tasks within your products. So it's our job as product makers to ensure that those needs are met. So number one, don't gaslight users. Do what it says in the tin. Make sure that things are the way they, where users expect them. And the number one piece to figure out this is user research. Talk to users. One of my favorite questions to ask when I'm doing customer calls is, okay, well, where would you expect to find that? What would you expect to happen next? Because somebody might say, yep, okay, I want to delete an item in my basket, but if you put that 5 layers deep within, nested drop downs and all sorts, yeah, you've, given them the way to do that, but it doesn't meet their expectations. Also, implement regular updates. This is really important because if users feel listened to and feel that their opinion matters and their needs are being continually met, they're more likely to keep being customers with you and stay loyal, and also recommend your products or services to other people. So, for example, I think the most recent rule about expectation setting, since it's not UX, it's still, poignant. This was only in February, which was mad. But yeah, so it was advertised, an experience was advertised in Glasgow as an immersive and interactive experience. And basically what happened was, it was just a abandoned warehouse with some very unhappy staff and minimal activities. And actually the people were so upset by their expectations not being met, the police got involved and there was widespread criticism, and yeah, it just made everything look bad. So yeah, in conclusion, with any relationship, trust is essential. It's essential to, for success. It can be easily damaged, as we just saw, and as a consequence, harm the reputation and the integrity of you as a company. And so please take my advice and be considerate and consistent and careful with the choices that you make in your products. Oh no! And I can't even say it. To avoid feeling like a clown. I'm trying to remember the last paragraph. Let me see.
I think it's the projector.
Okay. Well, anyway, it was basically clarity, consistency, and confidence. And then through that you can earn your users' trust, and they're more likely to be loyal and successful and give you lots of money. So yeah, and I have a really funny slide at the end. But anyway, if you have any questions, just catch me afterwards, or if we have time now, just hit me up. Well, thanks very much.